Deploying and maintaining a network of data loggers across multiple locations can be challenging, in part due to long programs with many variables, measurements, and data tables. In this video, I'll demonstrate how to use include files in a CRBasic program to streamline programs and create reusable code libraries. For this demonstration, I will consider a network of vibrating wire sensors with one CRVW3 and two CR6 data loggers. This network measures 42 vibrating wire sensors and sends the data back to a base station over an RF407 radio. The data logger program for this network includes many constants, variables, and data tables, which means I have to do a lot of scrolling to get to the main program. In this video, I'm going to show how to use include files to shorten the main program and make it easier to navigate and edit. An include file is a program that contains reusable code. Think of the include file as a code library where blocks of code are stored that can be used by multiple programs. This means instead of writing the same block of code in multiple programs, I can store code once in an include file and then insert the file or sections of a file into any main program using the include or include section instruction. This makes programs easier to maintain, easier to share, and more consistent across projects. There are two include file instructions in CRBasic. The newer include section instruction improves on the older include instruction by allowing multiple named sections to be defined within a single include file, also called a file library. In this demonstration, I will focus on include section. Include section was added with the following data logger OS versions. The key idea of include section is to include external code from a code library at the point of the include section statement in the main program. In this example, I will use include section statements for the constants, variables, and data tables in this program, which makes scrolling to the main scan of the program much easier. Now that I've shown how include section works, I'll take a look at the instruction syntax and the library file that contains the sections of code to include. Section name is a descriptive name to identify the contents of a section, like constants, variables, data tables, calculations, and more. The device is where the include section file is stored. Available devices are the CPU drive, CRD, USR, or SC115. The file name refers to the file that contains the sections of code to include. In this example, the section is constants. It is stored on the data logger's CPU drive, and the file that contains the constant section is named file_lib.crb. Next, look at the contents of the file named file_lib.crb. This file is organized into three sections: constants, variables, and data tables. Note that each section is gate-coded with hashtag if section equals section name, then hashtag and if. This is conditional compile syntax, which means I can selectively include only certain sections of the file from one shared library file. For example, the file might include sections like calculations and functions that are not required for every station in a network. In this example, I will use all three of these sections. See the CRBasic help for details on conditional compile. Now I have a program that's much easier to read thanks to include section. During testing and development, however, it's helpful to confirm that all sections are included correctly. Do this in the CRBasic editor by selecting Compile, Conditional Compile, Include Files, and Save. This lets me confirm that include files will compile in the editor before sending the files to the data logger. For this tool to work, the file I want to expand must be in the same directory on my computer as the main program. I will start in the main program with the include section instructions. Then I will select Compile, Conditional Compile, Include Files, and Save. I will name this new file main_expanded. In the expanded program, the include section instructions are replaced by the corresponding code from file_lib.crb for each section. I can use the expanded program to verify that the full program compiles and to troubleshoot any issues in the included sections. I hope this demonstration was helpful. Include section can be used in many different ways. For example, in a network, it can help share standardized code across multiple stations or devices. In research projects, teams can use it to share common routines like calibrations or data processing. And in larger organizations, it's a great way to centralize settings for communications or security. Best practices. Keep the library file name consistent. For example, file_lib.crb or proj_lib.crb. Pull constants into a constant table. Load variable sections before they're used. Use conditional compile, include files, and save to check the final program structure. In summary, the IncludeSection instruction in CRBasic can make data logger programs easier to manage, easier to share, and easier to update. Use this instruction in projects to save time and improve consistency in data logger networks.